Hello and welcome to Voices of Nature. Today I'm going to be doing a candle wax reading. So you're going to have two piles to choose from. We have pile 1 here and pile 2. But Spirit did give me some specific instructions before doing this video. So I'll just bring those to your attention because they may be of relevance to you. They may be significant during the reading as well. I'm just going to clear this space with some Palo Santo. So they did want me to use some spirit animal cards today. So I've picked 3 cards for each pile. So you can see pile 1 here, and it's got the white candle. Now Spirit were very specific on what candles they wanted me to use. So the attention was brought on these colors that were in the cards. They wanted me to find matching colors. So specifically white though I was hearing, so I wanted a white candle and a blue candle, a pale blue it needed to be as well. So that was very specific when it came through. Spirit also gave me I have a dream room spray here, and they were bringing my attention to that. So I'm actually going to spray a little bit of that. I don't usually do that before a reading in here, but they do want me to let you know to pay attention to your dreams, or someone here has a dream, but there's something regarding a dream that's of significance here. And I don't know what group that's going to be for. It may be for both, but there is something regarding dreams. So I'd like you to take a deep breath. I'm just going to call in Spirit. Angels, ascended masters, spirit guides, and divine beings of light, thank you for coming into this space and providing us with clear and concise messages for the greatest good of all. Thank you. Okay, so I'll get you to take a deep breath and just feel into what card or what pile of cards and what color candle, I guess, resonates with you today on this occasion. So we have the white candle and we have the very pale blue candle here. So just have a think about which one you would like, and I'll put the timestamps in the comments for you and we'll start the reading. Okay, group 1, thank you for being here. You picked the white candle. So I've got my moon water here, and I'm just going to see if any messages come through straight away. Any messages that I can see here in the water that come through, anything that's channeled that's coming through from my guides, your guides, angels, anyone in spirit who has a message for us will come through in this reading. Okay, so it's interesting that they used the white candle. They asked me to use the white candle because I'm actually seeing someone walking through a white room. So just a totally blank white room. There's nothing in it. And I see this person wrapped in cotton wool. So it feels like that you're wrapped in softness. It's almost like someone's put a cloak, they've come behind you and they're just cloaking you with this beautiful cloak of softness, of cotton wool softness. And you're starting to walk around. You can see this little path as well. So you're starting to walk around in this white room, and you're almost seeing how it fits. So it's like when you try on a new pair of shoes and you know, you go for a little walk up and down just to see how they fit and how they feel. I feel like that's what you're doing. So you've accepted this beautiful cloak of softness, and you're just sort of walking through this blank white room just to see how it feels, how it fits. I feel like even sounds are muffled. So, you know, when you go underwater, if you put your head underwater and everything is muffled, so you can still hear things, but everything seems muffled. So it's almost like anything anyone says to you, anyone's opinions. Anyone's coming at you with, you know, really strong opinions. They're just muffled. They're muffled in this softness I'm hearing. They have no influence on you because you're almost in like a little bubble. You're in this state of peace and calm. So I can see you're winding your way through almost some caves. And you're holding a lantern, so you're holding up the light. And you've got this calmness. So even though you're now in a dark cave, it's more of a curiosity. You've got a curiosity and a trust. It's almost like a trust that you know where you're going. It's just a total sense of calmness. So this may be where you are now. There may be some people watching who have been through some stuff, and you're now in this state of calmness. This may also be where you're heading. So this may be for someone what's coming up for you. And I'm hearing the word effortlessness. So for some, I think you're finding new ways to be more free, to be more in your flow. You're looking for ways in your day-to-day life for things to be softer, I'm hearing, which comes back to that cotton wool, this softness, and easier for yourself. Okay, now this is showing me a question mark. So you're asking yourself a question. And what the question is, what can you do? What can I do to make things easier for myself? What can I do to give myself more freedom? So you're looking for ways to give yourself some more freedom. This may be within a relationship. This may be within a job. And I don't think that you're wanting to shirk responsibility. So you still understand that you've got responsibility. But what's that saying? Work smarter, not harder. So you're really looking for new ways of doing things that allow yourself to have more freedom and flexibility, I'm hearing. Flexibility. But you still want to get things done. You just want to get them done in a new way. So this is a whole new way of moving forward. I'm also seeing a horseshoe, so some good luck coming in for someone. I have actually been seeing a lot of horses in the last few weeks. So you may have a horse spirit animal. It might be interesting to see if a horse does come up in your spirit animal guides, but there may be a spirit animal of a horse around you at the moment, or someone may work with horses here, but there's definitely a connection to horses. You may like horses, ride horses. It may be something that you used to do as a child, but there is definitely a connection with horses here for someone. I'm seeing two hearts coming together. And I'm seeing a butterfly with these two hearts. So there may be transformation of a relationship. There may be a little bit more of progression with a relationship. It may mean taking a relationship to the next level, becoming engaged, or making it more serious if you're in a relationship. But there are two hearts coming together that are transforming. This may be to a couple, you know, that's retiring, and this may come into the doing things differently now too. You may be together coming to the stage where you're retiring and wanting to do things together and wanting to do more of what you want rather than responsibilities of what you've had to do. And you may be just starting to get in the flow of this, getting the feel of this, walking around to see how that fits, you know, to see what you want to do moving ahead. Instead of being bound to something, you know, you now have this freedom. I'm seeing the letter Y and the letter T. They may be in a name. And I'm also seeing something to do with Iceland. And someone might like to have lots and lots and lots of ice cubes in their drink. Lots of ice cubes. No matter summer, winter, whenever it is, you like to fill the glass with lots and lots of ice cubes before you put your drink in. That's random. For someone, something is coming full circle. Again, I see this for two people. For two people, something's coming full circle. So this is definitely a couple energy here. Something's changing for a couple. I see a robin, as in the bird, a little robin. I don't have robins around here in Australia, but you may have them around where you are. Are they a symbol of Christmas, the robin? You see them around at Christmas time on pictures and things. So they may be around you at the moment, a robin. And that may be someone in spirit just giving you a message. You may have a connection to someone in spirit who you know sends you robins. There may be someone whose name is Robin. There's definitely a robin connection here. I'm seeing a triangle, and they're actually giving me a triangle, but it's a logo. It's the recycle logo. So for someone, something's being recycled. Someone may be doing some recycling within the house, repurposing furniture, looking at new ways of using something. Again, this may be that looking at a new way of doing something. Someone may be retiring and recycling furniture in their retirement. I'm also getting the words, so I'm hearing redo, repeat, rehash. Don't go over an old situation. If someone's rehashing an old situation, something that's no longer in alignment with where you are, try and let that go. There's no point in rehashing an old situation, I'm hearing. It's served its purpose and it's time to release it. You can call on the angels to help you release that, or call on your spirit guides, your guardian angel, to help you release that. There's a W, letter W. I'm feeling that someone's surname. It's the start of someone's surname is a W. I'm hearing use your heart, not your head. So there's a decision that needs to be made, and Spirit are asking someone to make that decision with your heart. They're saying don't think it through, don't overthink it, feel through it. Someone's getting caught up in over-analysing something. There's lots of question marks, so they're allowing questions of doubt or fear to rise. Someone's catastrophizing. Someone's listening to the ego. So they're saying when feeling through a situation, stay present. Stay present. So when you're present in a situation, you're not worrying about what has been. You're not letting anything from the past influence you, and you're not worrying or thinking about the future. So you're not catastrophizing. When you're staying in that present, they're asking you to notice the feeling. So notice the feeling of that situation from a present point of view, not from a past or a future point of view. Try and see it from fact and from this present situation. They're asking you to notice the feeling. Then from a higher perspective, so try and look at it from the observer. So if this was your friend and you needed to give your friend some advice as a third person, analyze it from that way, and let your heart be more of a guide. Your higher self knows exactly what to do in this situation. They're saying your higher self knows and will steer you in the right direction. Your heart is your greatest teacher, I'm hearing. Someone may have just purchased a new bracelet. That came up once before, a couple of months ago. Someone may be looking at bracelet for someone for a gift. Yeah, someone is purchasing a bracelet. I don't think it's for yourself, though. I think it is for a gift for someone. Okay. If you can see anything in this bowl, do let me know in the comments if you can see any shapes or anything that you may feel that is relevant to your situation. I'm seeing fairies, so someone may work with the fairies. Someone may be doing some oracle cards with some fairy cards. On a daily basis, I'm hearing someone's doing oracle fairy cards on a daily basis. Beautiful. Okay. I just want to see what these cards came up for you. Okay, group 1. So you have the dog spirit, you have the mouse spirit, and you have the deer spirit. So the dog spirit is be loyal to what you love. So I feel that spirit are asking you, they're saying that loyalty starts with yourself. So they're saying give yourself the loyalty that you would give others. Give yourself as much loyalty as you would give others. Love yourself as much as you do others. And be loyal to what you love. So they're asking you to prioritize the things that make you happy. And give that thing your time, your patience, and your loyalty. So I think this dog spirit is all about giving yourself, moving forward, starting right now, the time, the effort, then the love that you give to others. Okay, and then the second card that you're getting is the mouse spirit. And this is 10 to the small things. Now, the mouse spirit is number 40, which breaks down to a number 4. And this is all about, number 4 is all about your stability. So as far as your stability is concerned, Spirit are asking you to tend to the small things. So all big things started small. So everything, every big idea, every big company, anything that has some value or is worth something started as an idea in someone's head, or just something small that grew. For example, a little acorn that turns into an oak tree, or a little seed that turns into a beautiful big fruit tree. So the daily practice of tending to the small things, so looking after these seeds, watering them, nourishing them, giving them sunlight and helping them grow, you're going to benefit from them in the end, because they'll flourish, I'm hearing, into something big because you tended to the small things, because you made it a priority. So going back to the wax, on the wax candle reading here, if this is you who's perhaps retiring or looking at ways that you can do things different and working smarter, not harder, you know, it's making yourself a priority and making these small things a priority. So things that perhaps you've let go in the past, you've made that decision now that, you know, hey, it's time that I started looking after me and looking after these things that I've been neglecting and making them a priority so that they do flourish into something good. And I do feel good about myself, and I do feel good about these things that I've created, just by not neglecting something little, just by giving it some attention and some love, doing it with all of your heart, like that came out in the wax reading as well. So be loyal to what you love and tend to the small things. And then the deer spirit here is asking you to bring a gentle touch. So again, I feel that's about the heart, putting heart into whatever it is that you are doing, and do it with a gentle touch. Treating yourself as well as you would treat someone else. Being gentle with yourself. Being forgiving with yourself if you need to be. Now starting to feel your way, how it feels to walk through this place of calm. Learning to walk a new way, in this way of calmness, and not really letting outside things influence you, just really concentrating on what it is that you want and being gentle with that and not feeling guilty about wanting to do that. So that's the reading that I have for you, Group 1. I do hope that there was something in there for you. If something resonated, please let me know. You can leave a like or a comment for me, and I'd love to read it. And if you feel like you'd like to subscribe, please do so. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hello, Group 2. I'm really excited to see what comes up for you today. I hope you're all doing well. Now, you have picked the blue candle, so let's light that up and let's just see what messages come through for you from Spirit today. Yeah, this feels like a very motivated, I think I'm getting the word motivated group. I'm hearing the word mountains, mountains to climb. But I don't think this is a negative thing. I don't think this is obstacles that are coming up in your way. So I'm seeing, they're showing me people climbing mountains for fun. So they're showing me people hiking mountains and planting the flag at the top. So there's success for you. So I think whatever is coming up for you is going to be successful. You will have that flag planted at the top, but I think that more for you, this group is going to be about the journey. You're going to have a really fun time getting there. I think you're going to be setting yourself some goals and really achieving them. But, geez, I even see people laughing and having drinks, you know, doing cheers with drinks along the way. This is really a fun-loving group. I'm actually losing my voice as well, so there may be a lot of people who are partying hard until they lose their voice. So this is you saying that you've achieved something. This may even be celebration because you have achieved something. So this may be coming up soon for you. So they're showing me that these mountains can be small. That it doesn't have to be a mountain. They can be any achievement that you've set, or anything, any goal that you've set for yourself, big or small. So on any day, they're saying that just walking up a hill is an achievement in itself. And that's fine too. Every achievement, no matter what the size, they're saying is still an achievement. So they're saying plant that flag on whatever size hill or mountain you can. And keep planting them. You know, if you have multiple flags to plant, that's multiple achievements. Pat yourself on the back if you got, you know, the kids fed and looked after and without falling in a heap. You know, whatever that achievement is in one day, keep that vibe up, keep that positive energy, because yeah, focus. I'm hearing focus on what you was over there. Someone's tongue-tied as well. Focus on what you've achieved rather than what you haven't. But I feel a really, really high energy coming in with this group. If you haven't had some energy lately, I feel like that is coming in for you. Also feeling that this is the time to stop chasing. So I think more things are going to be coming to you. Just allow. And I think by being in that vibe, by being in that high vibration, things are going to be coming to you now. You won't need to start chasing things. You'll find that people are bringing things to you. People are bringing you offers. People are going to be bringing you opportunities. And then this isn't a message to stop chasing your dreams. I think it's more focus on what it, like more think about what those dreams are, and they'll start manifesting, rather than you physically needing to work your butt off to have them come to you. Just starting to focus on them now and think about them, and keeping that vibe up that you've got is enough for it to come in. Nothing is missing, they're saying. You don't need to push so hard to be perfect. You already are perfect, is what they're saying. You already are everything that you're meant to be. And I'm hearing perfectly imperfect. So you are meant to be imperfect. You're not meant to be perfect. You are perfectly imperfect. You're exactly how you are meant to be. And they're saying celebrate that and laugh at it. When you make a mistake, laugh. Rather than being so hard on yourself, just laugh. But I think that's more where you are at anyway. I think more of this group have come into that realization. So I'm seeing boundaries too. Someone's put boundaries up in a good way to protect yourself from being, not even being hurt, from being used, taken advantage of. You found some balance now. So I'm seeing the number 8, which is balance. And I'm seeing, and hearing, instead of it overextending your energy, your oh, this is interesting. Okay, so there may be someone here who's helping someone else, but you're not overextending your energy. So you're standing in support of someone. You're standing beside someone, but you're still letting them navigate their way. You're still letting them do the work. You're not trying to take over. You're helping them come into their own sovereignty. Okay, this may be also someone who's spiritual and doing readings for someone, or you might be a healer, but you're there to facilitate, to help their body heal itself rather than you trying or you healing them. That's how I see this group, is being very secure, being very happy, being very high vibe, not having issues crossing anything that comes up, you know, acknowledging every achievement and then being there for people as their support, you know, as their support, and helping them without having to do things for them. You're becoming a facilitator, they're saying. I'm seeing something with its neck out here. So, you know, you're not putting your neck out for someone, but you don't need to. You're just being a pillar there, a pillar of strength for someone. They know that you're there for them. They know that you're there as support if you need them, but you don't need to put your neck out for someone. You don't need to sacrifice yourself for them. And that's going to be your new way moving forward. I feel that you may have in the past, but this balance has come into play now. These boundaries have gone up, and now there's no need for you to do that. And you've recognized that. I'm seeing the letter S. I'm seeing strength. The deer, the animal, the deer is coming through. That came in, that was one of the animal cards in the first reading as well. And that was bringing love into everything, you know, bringing love to yourself. But yeah, I think that's where you are. I feel like you're at this place where you've surrendered. They're wanting to give me a mantra. Just 1 minute. I surrender to that which the universe has in store for me. I'm excited to see how good it gets. I'm now ready and I'm open to the possibilities that are written in my destiny. I receive them with open arms and a grateful heart and complete trust. I am ready to shine. That's beautiful. Perhaps someone needs to write that down and say that every day, although I feel like that's already how you're feeling. I think I'm just channeling the energy of someone or quite a few people who've already got to that place. You are excited to see how good how it gets. You're ready. You've surrendered. You're in balance. You've got your boundaries up and you've got your flags in your hand. You've got an armful of flags ready to just keep moving forward and plonking those flags in the ground every time you make an achievement. This is a really beautiful energy. I'm also seeing like a cloaked figure. What is this, Spirit? Yeah, I don't see it as a shadow. I don't see it as a dark figure. I see it as someone who's behind you, supporting you. This may be someone in spirit. Actually, I'm seeing polka dots as well. I don't know what relevance that is, but I'm seeing lots and lots of little polka dots. Is someone doing polka dots on something? If that's the case, if you're doing something with polka dots or you've just seen something with polka dots, there's something to do with polka dots. There's some spirit beside you, behind you, acting as protection, giving you protection, being there. I can't even talk. I'm getting really tongue-tied. Being there as your support. So while you're here supporting others, you have someone right next to you, behind you, giving you that strength to help do that. I can't talk. That's really interesting. There may be someone helping you articulate in those times where you are feeling that you don't have the words as well. Well, that may have been something in the past. You may have had a situation where you felt that you couldn't articulate how you felt. This entity, this being, it's not a heavy one. It's beautiful and warm and light. And it's funny because they made me choose these pale blue cards. They wanted me, I was going to use the black bowl. They wanted me to use the blue bowl. They wanted me to use this pale blue candle. They wanted me to use this dream room spray, which has this very pale blue colour to it. And this figure, this cloaked figure that I'm seeing has a really, really, really pale blue cloak, almost whitish blue, really pale blue, like this candle. Perhaps Google the color pale blue, like a really pale blue, and see what significance. I would say it's serenity and calmness. So this being around you has given you this serenity and calmness. And as slow as this energy is, this serenity and calmness, and this candle is actually burning a lot slower than the first group did, it's still very upbeat, so it's still happy. There's a calmness and there's a serenity, but there's also a lot of happiness and a lot of motivation. Like that word came to me at the start, motivation. So you're motivated, but you're not hectic, you're not stressed. Your motivation is coming from a place of calm. And I think more can be achieved from that place. You can achieve a lot more from a place of calmness than you can from chaos. You tend to go around in circles with chaos. You know, you can think methodically when you have calmness in your life. You can think with a clear head. And I think when you are more calm, the calmer you are as well, the more intuitive you are. So the more downloads that you get, the more your intuition sharpens. And the easier it is for you to help people. And again, not helping them by doing things for them, but having that intuition to stand next to them and know intuitively what they need. And perhaps being able to guide them. I'm seeing a lobster. They're also showing me Captain Hook, but it's the Disney character Captain Hook. I can see his face. That means nothing to me. It may mean something to someone here. It's also someone who had someone in spirit who used to go and get her hair done regularly. That really buffy poof, teased with hairspray and a set. They used to go and get a set every week. Someone who did that is with a female. There's a female watching who had perhaps a mother or grandmother figure who used to go and have their hair set every week. This grandmother or mother is with you. That may be connected to the Disney and to Captain Hook or Tinkerbell, or it may or may not. It may be a separate message. I feel for someone else, there's someone hanging around your energy. There's someone hanging on that perhaps might be moving on in the near future. Not as far as death, but moving out of your life. There is someone hanging on. They're not a bad person. They're not in an alignment with you. Their energy is really different. I think they might be meeting someone, becoming more independent. They're very much copycat. What you do, they tend to do. What you like, they tend to like. I'm feeling a younger energy. Could be male or female, but it's someone who has been in your energy for a while and just immature, I think. They may be moving on and finding a new friend to move on to. Let them go. Okay, so I think that's all I have in the wax here. I'll just go on to do your cards now. Let's see what comes up. Okay, so for the first card that we have is Squirrel Spirit. So this is Believe in Yourself, and it's number 57. So number 57 breaks down to a 12, which then breaks down to a 3, which is all about connection and connecting. So as you know, the squirrel stores nuts. So this may be a case of you saving money or putting something away for a rainy day, making sure that you have enough to provide. But I also see this card as, it's coming through to me, the word confidence is coming through as well. So believe in yourself and have confidence. You may have confidence, you know, while you are making those provisions, and you may have confidence in the fact that you're providing for yourself, and you be able to provide for yourself in the future. The second card that comes through is the Porcupine Spirit, and this says time for a beginner mind. So to me, this is starting something new, having a new mindset, with no preconceived notions, or you're not worried about past failures or past attempts. Just concentrating on the future, with this confidence that I'm hearing that came through with the Squirrel Spirit. So obviously the spikes on the Porcupine Spirit represent the protection. So these spikes may be the boundaries that you're ready to erect at any time. But I don't think that you need to, because I think from now on you're going to be, people won't be approaching you who want to use you. So I don't think you're going to feel the need to use these spikes moving forward. But it is nice to know that we have those boundaries in place, and you know, you have that protection there if needed. And then the last card is the Beaver Spirit. So lay a solid foundation. So this is number 6, and number 6 represents growth. So growth happens when the foundations are solid. So this is a confirmation of, I think, where you are now. So everything is in alignment for you to take that first step, to set those solid foundations, create that foundation and achieve what is rightfully yours. So believe in yourself when starting this new beginning, and have that solid foundation there. But this is a beautiful energy group too. Like I said, it is one that's full of confidence. There's a quiet confidence, a calmness, and a real happy vibe and energy with you guys. So whatever you choose to do moving forward, I think you are going to be there with those flags, planting them along the way, and being proud of your achievements. So just keep going with that. If this did resonate, please do leave me a like or a comment if you feel that you'd like to. I love reading them, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe if this resonated. Okay, see you soon. Bye.